One thing we know about St. Joe's, though, it's that they never say die. Pitch number 119 from Watkins is lined right center. It's a base hit. It's going to at least tie the game. Sinkis is going to go to third. She's going to be waved around. Sinkis is going to score. St. Joseph has won it. With Ryan Snyder up to bat. Snyder goes up the middle. Diving stop by Lester. Flips for one. On to first. What a double play. She came in with the bases loaded in 2 outs in the first inning. Gave up a run on a wild pitch that wasn't charged to her. But got the last out she needed. Hard hit up the middle. It's a base knock for Hears, and it's going all the way to the wall. St. Joe's waits until the last minute to cash in. It's a bases clearing double and an 8-1 lead for the Hawks. Jules staked to an early 1-0 lead for St. Joseph's after Riley York's 2-out RBI single in the first inning. Sconia hit the leadoff batter in the first inning, but a caught steal helped her to go 3 up, 3 down, all the same. She delivers a first pitch strike to the cleanup hitter for Rhode Island, their first baseman, Becca Zowastowski. Zowastowski has been one of the most consistent hitters this year for Rhode Island, and skies that one out to center field. Shearer, right at the Hawk logo, comes in and makes the catch for out number 1. Set safely in 6 of the first 8 games that Rhode Island has played this season, but going to have to wait a little bit longer to try and hit safely in 7th game. Katie Naru played some first base yesterday in the DP for this series finale. Sconia pumps in another first pitch strike. Dar last year went 3 for 10 against the Hawks, an outstanding freshman season when she led this Rhode Island team in batting average and RBI. She sends a slow roll out to shortstop here. Good hands from Grace Brown, and it's 2 quick outs for Sconia in the second. Hawks used just 2 pitchers yesterday across the 2 games. Julia Shearer pitched most of the first game, going 5 2/3. She was relieved by Taylor Trowbridge there, got the final 4 outs. And then Trowbridge went the distance in game 2, by only having to pitch 6 innings as St. Joe's picked up the run rule victory 8-0 on a walk-off wild pitch of all things. Trowbridge was excellent in that second game, especially not allowing a run, only 5 base runners with 4 strikeouts. Sconia's got an 0-2 count on the roadie shortstop, Julianne Torres. 1 for 5 so far in the series with a double and an RBI. Sconia searching for her first strikeout, doesn't get it. It's a roller to the left side. Good play by Hassapis over to her left, and the throw is just in time. Left side of the defense for St. Joe's getting the job done here in the top of the second. A 1-2 frame for Sconia. Hawks back to bat when we come back. Off to the bottom of the 6th inning here. First pitch from left-hander Avery Vailcruz misses just outside for ball 1. Vailcruz, the 4th different pitcher used by Rhode Island today. She was their game 1 starter, pitched 5 1/3 innings in that game. This is away there for ball 2. Had not allowed an earned run prior to yesterday's outing once the Hawks were able to put 6 on the board across her, including a pair of home runs. It's been Riley York's day so far on offense. 2 for 2 in this game with a triple and 2 runs batted in. And she lifts one out to left center field. That one's got some carry on it, but Hernandez is able to track it down. Had to navigate around her left fielder there, Sydney Orndorff, in a tricky area, but she takes charge. And York retired for the first time today. Another big hero, of course, for the Hawks on offense. Our second baseman, Morgan Lester, who homered in the bottom of the 5th. This is going to be a check swing pop up to The Rhode Island second baseman, Sophie Skersey, who stays in the game after pinch hitting in the top of the frame. She makes the catch. And Lester came back to the dugout after turning that incredible double play in the top of the sixth. Saw her walking back in with a chain draped around her neck. I'm sure one of her teammates or coaches put that one on for her. That had been a tough start to the season prior to that mighty swing, but you wonder if that might go down as a turning point for her in her season, especially after following with an electric defensive play. We're going to have a change man for the Hawks here with 2 down, as Lauren Stalika is going to pinch hit here. Stalika, a freshman out of Clark Summit, Pennsylvania. She's one of those 7 aforementioned pitchers that has been used by the Hawks so far this season. Takes outside there for ball 1 from Vale Cruz. Hitting 174 offensively so far this season. Does have an on-base percentage of around 300, however. Headed the count 2-0 in this lefty-lefty matchup with Vale Cruz. Takes one that clips the corner for a called strike. Vale Cruz, a 3-pitch mix there. Drop, curve, change. Her change was especially cited as one of her best pitches, and thought she threw a pretty good one there. Palms up, but didn't get the call. So with lots of movement on her stuff can be very tricky to square up, and that's played out so far this season. Putting just 213 against her entering today. She's gotten the first 2 that she's faced out. She's got the count back to full here against Stalika. Three, 2 on its way, and that one misses downstairs for ball 4. So the Hawks looking to add some insurance there with 2 down. That means Vale Cruz is now set to face one of the 2 players who homered against her in Grace Brown. We're going to get a pinch runner here for the Hawks. Just some confusion about who that's going to be exactly. And it's Ellie McMenamin coming back into the game. So she re-enters as the runner on first base for Brown. One of 2 Hawks to hit their first career NCAA home run in this series after Lester did so an inning ago. Browns came in the 5th inning, or 6th inning rather, of yesterday's game off Vale Cruz. It was solo shots by her and Jenna Curry that wound up chasing Vale Cruz from that game. First time this year she did not go the distance in a start. This ball is lifted out to left center field. Did Brown get her again? She got her again! 2-run blast. Grace Brown, and the lead is up to 5. The Hawks with their 5th home run of the weekend. They had hit just 5 in their first 15 games prior to beginning conference play. But Grace Brown is looking like one heck of a freshman so far for St. Joseph's. She delivers her 4th hit of the series and the second one that clears the fence. Now it's Jenna Curry, who also homered off Vale Cruz in that 6th inning in the early game on Saturday. She shoots one out to right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. And it rolls away from Snyder. Curry takes the turn. Headlong dive. She's into second base safely. Throw gets away. Backed up well by Frickleton, but it's a double off the bat of Jenna Curry. Back-to-back extra base hits for the second time in as many innings for St. Joseph's. And the player who started that power surge, Morgan Lester, is now set to bat. Gonna get another runner change here at second base. Casey Lozier will replace Curry out at second. It was a 2-0 game when Leicester stepped to the plate to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th inning. She fouls that first pitch off. After getting the count 2-1 in her favor, Leicester took a mighty cut against right-hander Sarah Trosson and delivered a towering fly ball over the left field wall. That's where all 5 of the home runs for the Hawks have gone over these last 2 days. Over the outside corner, the count 0-2. Crew is trying to finish this inning on a high note here. Picked up 1 strikeout yesterday. A couple inches away from another one there. Strikeouts haven't necessarily been the theme for her so far in the season. Only 8 Ks and 20 and a third entering today. She's done a good job for the most part of generating weak contact. But the Hawks have been able to find some answers against her. 2 balls with 2 strikes and 2 outs. What could be the final set of at-bats for St. Joseph's on this weekend series? Vale Cruz delivers, and Leicester got just a piece. Part of what had made Vale Cruz so effective was her ability to not have mistakes compound. Entering this weekend, opponents hitting just 3 for 19 against her with runners on base, just a 158 mark. Leicester goes the other way, down the line, it's fair, and going to the corner. It stays in play. Leicester's gonna have extra bases again, at least 3, and she'll put the brakes on there. All of a sudden, Morgan Lester has found her stride, a homer and a triple in back-to-back at-bats. And the St. Joe's lead is up to 6. Leicester had just 3 total base hits, only one of which was for extra bases, a double prior to the 5th inning today. She's racked up 7 total bases in a matter of about 30 minutes or so. And a meeting at the mound here for Rhode Island. Caitlin Fallon, the pitching coach for the Rams, who played 5 seasons of softball at Maine. Trying to calm down her pitcher, and had been smooth sailing for the first couple outings this year for Vale Cruz. Before the Hawks have roughed her up a little bit. Trying to keep this margin where it is right now. The runner at 3rd and 2 down. Another chance for the leadoff hitter, Alyssa Hassapis. Takes the first pitch strike. 5 hits this weekend for Hassapis, one of a couple freshmen who have been big pieces of the St. Joe's offense so far. It'll be really exciting to see what she and Grace Brown do, not just the rest of this season, but not the rest of their college careers, because it definitely looks like they've got a lot of big swings ahead of them. Dale Cruz comes home on 0-2. She sends that one out of the reach of Bolinski. In the score is Lester, and the lead is up to 7. Just the second wild pitch of the season for Vale Cruz, and you can kind of see the game speeding up for the left-hander a little bit here. Still one strike away from getting through this inning. Sapis helps her out. That one does stay fair. Fielded by Zawistowski right on the bag, but it's a 4 spot for St. Joseph's in the bottom of the 6th inning as they pull away from Rhode Island, now just 3 outs away from a weekend sweep.